All right, it's on. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all on this bright, sunshiny day. Welcome to the Sedro Woolley Rotary Club, the greatest club in the... Okay, Becky, we have an invocation.
Somewhere in here. We ask that you guide and direct our club, its leadership, and our actions. Grant that each of us may feel our responsibility to Rotary, to our community, to our country, and indeed to all countries and peoples. Bless our fellowship today and bless this food to the nourishment of our bodies in your service.
Amen. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And Dawn is going to lead us in a song.
Okay, not because you don't know the words to this particular song, but there are sheets on your tables there. I thought it'd be kind of fun to mix this up. We are going to do the Star Spangled Banner, and we will sing the first two verses together, then the men, then the women, then we'll come back together. So ladies, you are outnumbered. So you need to have bigger voices because there are less of you. So it is color coordinated. Boys, you are blue. We got this okay? All right, here we go. Whoa, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red of bursting in air. That our oh, say does that star spangled banner oh, the free and the hope of the
All right, thank you, Dawn. Do we have any visiting Rotarians today? How about guests of Rotarians? Steve. All right, welcome. Okay, any other guests? Okie dokie. So the only club business I have today, we are still seeking nominations for the board vacancies in June. So currently we have Sheena nominated for secretary. Steve has been nominated for treasurer. Lynn Tucker has been nominated for president. And then we still have 3 director vacancies to fill because Becky has been nominated for her current position. So just to continue on for the next 2 years. So I'm going to open it up to any nominations for the other directors' positions right now, if there are any. Not everyone all at once, please. Okay, we'll try again next week. Okay, so in other news, it was just brought to my attention that our dear friend and longtime Rotarian, Brian Gansky, has been placed in hospice care. So his wife said that he's in the facility in Bellingham and that visitors are welcome right now. So please, if you are able to, go and spend some time with Brian and his wife during his hospice time. So yes. Do we have any other announcements or club business to discuss? Then we will just move it right along. Do we have a raffle?
Number 49. $20 apothecary coffee.
Okay, next number, lucky number 18. And you can't take that. That's mine. Number 13. You never win. Shelly Shack, $25 gift card. And never the least, but the last, number 65. Earth. You can grab, actually, Lynn donated this. Oh, you have wine, or you can spit it. Yeah. We should have preempted this with, Lynn did donate a cool saw here for the raffle, so I didn't get drawn for it. Apparently, we've made an executive decision. We're going to draw one more number here. Oh, and it's 25. No, it's not. That's my number. Number 40, 40. Are you kidding me, really?
You should invest that, Nick. Okay, Becky, you are Sergeant of Arms and Happy Bucks today.
Since we're talking about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library today, our questions are going to be about Dolly Parton. So we'll start here. And I got some good, clean answer questions here. So let's start with, how many brothers and sisters does she have? Five. Is that our final answer? She has 11 siblings. She's number 4 of 12. So let's do $2. So the fun fact on this is, what did her parents pay for her to be born? What was the hospital bill? How did they pay for her? And it's a commodity. Cotton. They paid with a sack of oatmeal. That's $2. So Dolly was bullied in school. What do you think she was bullied for? Remember, it's a clean questions here. So we got height, we got teeth, we've got clothes. It was because she could sing well. So there's 2. What country singer was her first crush? What country singer was her first crush? You're close. You're so close. Johnny Cash. I mean, come on. The Man in Black. Let me see. You're right. Oh, that's not a question. Does Dolly Parton have tattoos? She does. That's $2 though. Oh yeah, online folks. The song Jolene, was that based on a real person? Yes or no?
Yes, but not the story. It was just a little girl she met.
That's partially right. It was about a bank teller.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to say you still owe $2.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go ask this table one more time. You guys might not know this. Who is her goddaughter? What famous singer is her goddaughter? It's a famous singer. Goddaughter she's the godmother of what famous singer? That is true. Miley Cyrus. Wow. Well then. So do we have any happy bucks today?
If I can get it out. A happy $5. Last Thursday night, I attended the Bar Association meeting, even though I'm no longer a member of the bar, and they gave an award for professionalism to Jeffrey. So I was very happy and proud of that.
Congratulations. I don't know why a bar flashed in my eyes when he said that.
Couple bucks. I better do it now. I don't know how long it'll last. My daughter is a swimmer. She kind of is following in Carrie's kids at the Bellingham Bay swim team. Currently, she's ranked #1 in the state in the 100 butterfly for the 14 and under. So I don't know how long it'll last, but we're going to throw some happy bucks in while we can.
Nice.
We've got a happy 3. Our little pharmacy won the Pinnacle Award, which is given to one pharmacy in the country for outstanding service to its community and patients. So proud of the great work our staff does there.
Awesome. Mike, you got some money out. Are you happy?
Well, I'm always happy this time of year. You know, the deer are in the rut and they're, walking out in the middle of the road, and it's easier to shoot them, easier to drag them into your rig. So, and I haven't had to run into any game wardens, so I haven't had to see Brock or Brian or any of those guys. So it's been a good season.
Yeah, John just called me today and said he got something on his hunting trip. Anybody else?
Kate Howland has her hand up online.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, I got COVID and was lucky that nobody else in the household got it. And then not long after that, I had our baby.
Oh,
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you. So this is Anna. And let's see, you want to turn toward the camera then?
oh, hi, Anna. You should have said that you had a guest today.
Oh yeah, I should have. Yeah, so.
Congratulations. And
Yes.
anybody else with happy bucks? I have a happy 20 for United Way, who's here with us today. They're an amazing partner with Helping Hands, and I'm excited about the program.
I just have a quick happy 5. Heading down to my son's football game Saturday, and then taking off from there to Vegas for his 21st birthday. So the baby is 21. Finally.
That's a big baby. All right. So I am very excited and pleased to have Mandy Rothman with the United Way here with us today to talk about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Program. So Mandy is the president and the CEO of United Way of Skagit County, and they do so much wonderful work in our community. They run the diaper bank, Financial People Project, and then varsity and volunteerism with the high school students. And then, of course, the reason that she's here today to talk to us about the Dolly Parton Imagine Library. So without further ado, because you didn't come to see me talk, you came to see Mandy. Welcome, Mandy Rothman.
Well, thank you everyone for having me. I want to apologize in advance. I had bronchitis last week and still have that little nagging cough. So I brought my water up with me. So if I cough a little bit, I promise I'm not contagious anymore. It's just annoying at this point. So thank you so much for having me. I am tickled pink to be able to come back here and spend some time in Sedro Woolley. I grew up here. My husband is in the military and we've lived all over, or I'm sorry, he was in the military until 2 months ago. I got to get used to that. And we've been stationed all over the country. And one of the things that always called us back was that Skagit County was a safe place to land for families. It looks very different than it did when we were all growing up here, if you grew up here, but it was the kind of place where I love coming back and still seeing Hal's is still there. And, you know, everything I do is related to food, but like Big Scoop ice cream and things like that. So being welcomed back here in Sedro Woolley is means the world to me. United Way has been really, really busy. People may not know how many irons we have in the fire, but we've been expanding to meet the needs of what the county and our communities within them are expressing to us that they need. Most recently, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which is free books to children month over month from birth to 5. At no cost to families. That's been a really, really important facet for us to bring to the community because there is no downside to childhood literacy. There's never an end to the need to be arming children with the tools that they need to be successful. If we can teach a kiddo to read, we can teach a kiddo to write. We can teach them to be critical thinkers and be those next level leaders in our community. And so it really did start with Dolly Parton in 1995 deciding, you know what, literacy is going to be a huge component of her platform. Her father didn't know how to read. She said that he was one of the smartest men she's ever known, and it bothered him that he didn't know how to read. He didn't have access to it. And, you know, out in Sevierville, Tennessee, there weren't a lot of plentiful education opportunities. So she started in 1995. It's been growing throughout the country, and Washington just celebrated the fact that we have every zip code in the state covered. Skagit County was the last one. And you know, I got a lot of grief for pausing on it, but we decided to wait until we had some kind of confirmation from the state and from the Dolly Parton Imagination Library that we'd be able to provide this available in Spanish as well. And so in 2024, summer 2024, all books that are delivered to children, there's an option for a Spanish culturally competent Spanish opportunity as well, because it is so ingrained in our communities, Spanish culture and our Mexican friends and neighbors, that it really seemed important that we're providing this opportunity for them. And so us being kind of the last holdout was the last linchpin that they needed to confirm that we've got statewide coverage. Now that we have statewide coverage, DCYF, which is Department of Children, Youth and Families, and OSPI, which is Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, have committed to covering half the cost of these books for every kiddo in the state. So for us in Skagit County, we have a total eligible population of about 7,600 kids throughout this county. And we're very, very pleased to report that we've already met 1,500 families. We've already got books in the hands of 1,500 kiddos throughout this county, with Sedro Woolley actually really kind of leading the pack by way of zip codes. Sedro Woolley is actually our fastest growing demographic. What that tells us is that families are eager to read with their kiddos. They're eager to invest in their children's educational journey. And so we've been sharing this wonderful work around the county. We have a multitude of sign-up partners. Helping Hands Food Bank is actually a partner in a multitude of ways for us, and we're so thrilled. They're helping families get registered and get their kiddos signed up as early as birth to 5. Books coming right to them at no cost to families. We've got school districts, we've got healthcare, we've got our library systems, we've got daycare centers are all helping us get children enrolled in this program, and we're really excited about it. I've put some pamphlets on your table. There's one for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So if you have a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, a kiddo of your own between the ages of birth to 5, please visit our website and register them. It's no cost to you. And we would just love to have all children enrolled in this program as soon as possible. I'm a really competitive person. And so they say it takes about 3 to 5 years to get every kiddo enrolled in your program. Well, I think Skagit can do it faster. I think we can get books in the hands of little ones at a much faster rate, because really, I mean, that's kind of the core of what Skagit is that community focused effort. And so if you know anyone interested, if you have anyone in your sphere of influence that has kiddos, please don't hesitate to share that. We also offer a multitude of other programs, one of which is the Diaper Bank of Skagit County, which we would not be able to run near as successfully and robustly if it wasn't for Helping Hands Food Bank. The Diaper Bank provides diapers, wipes, formula, all of everything that goes with a diaper and diapering a little one, as well as adult incontinence supplies at no cost to families, because no one should ever have to choose between purchasing formula for their kiddo and putting gas in their car. The reason why we have moved forward with all of these programs is because ALICE data, which is a national study, tells us that about 29% of Skagitonians are above federal poverty level, but still not making enough to keep their heads above water. And so with that population in need of just basic needs, it became apparent that we needed to make a really robust investment in supporting the community and families and stabilizing families. The Diaper Bank has been instrumental. through this partnership and other partner organizations like Bridget Collins, Digwalik, you name it, throughout the county, we distribute over 10,000 diapers a month. And that's even still not enough. We're still reaching more population and pockets throughout the community that are still in need and didn't know that this was available. We recently learned that some members of our aging population were not able to access adult incontinence items without a prescription, or were having to choose between rationing food and purchasing these. And this is a dignity thing. So in no way should anyone ever have to ration food to pay for adult incontinence items. So we've been able to secure that for our community members as well. These are some of the programs that we do in line with our health, income, and education focus area. We offer a multitude of others. I know I keep saying there's a multitude, but there's really a lot, and I don't want to bore you with a ton. The main programs that we're running in this community are focused on basic needs with Helping Hands, and the newest is Dolly, Parton Imagination Library. This one has been honestly, it's the one that picks us up every day. Sometimes when you're working in basic needs, and I'm sure Becky can tell you that it starts to wear on your heart when you're seeing families in need, and the need is never really going away. It's really wonderful to have an uplifting program that is providing that smile for families and for kiddos. You were just sharing that, you love when, or your son loves when a book comes and it's got their name on it. It's like they've owned that little piece of something each month, and we're just tickled pink. I've been sharing this throughout the county because we can't get kiddos registered without your help. And if you help us share it with a neighbor, a friend, a nephew, a whomever, you can help us get those books in the hands of kiddos. I just like to chat. I didn't want to bother or bore anyone with my boring PowerPoints, but I also want to open it up for questions throughout this, because we do a lot, and United Way has atypically been a conduit of just some grants to community organizations, and we've really pivoted overall with feedback from organizations like Helping Hands. And so I'm really answering a lot of questions in the community and helping people understand what we're doing to invest back in our friends and neighbors. Does anyone have? Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. Well, I will make sure that you have my card as well as our program team's card. We're only as connected as we are through people like you. So we can only get so much out on social media or in e-newsletters or in the paper. And so it really is instrumental. We'd be happy to provide registration forms. We've made it easy through QR codes. Families can just scan it. They can go to our website, which is unitedwayskagit.org. And right there on the main page, you can click and register your kiddo. We don't collect highly identifiable personal information. Personally identifiable information is one of those areas that we never want to tiptoe in, especially when it comes to children. And we have members of our community who are undocumented, and we don't want them to not be able to engage in this program for fear that they're reported. So it is really just give us your kiddo's name. We need their age, because when they graduate the program, on their 5th birthday, they get a, hey, congratulations, you're heading off to kindergarten book. It is really as simple as just address, name, birth date. And so please, if you could share that with your families, it would be, gosh, it'd be life-changing for us. This is really a core focus for us, not just this year, not just next year, but long-term, because it is never going away. We're always going to need to invest in kiddos and get them ready for kindergarten. Does anyone else have any questions? I'm a chatty person, so please feel free. I mean, I'll not shut up until Becky waves off and says, you're done. So
I have a question real quick.
Mhm.
Out of state, obviously, Not if
I'm,
they're grandparents. So what if our grandchildren live out of state or something?
So what you can do is when you go onto the Imagination Library website, we've got the link on ours or any of the United Ways, you can type in a zip code and see if it's available in theirs. If it's not available in theirs, because it's still not entirely nationwide, there are some states that are still bringing it online. A workaround is, put your address. And because we don't want kiddos to not get those books. And if we can, have them shipped to you and you can get them to them, we're happy to do that. Yeah.
Hi, I just wanted to give testimony. Our grandchild who's 15 months in Berkeley and has been receiving a book a month through this program for almost a year. And one of his first 10 words was book, and then it was owl. But this is a fantastic program and looks forward to it every month. And we get some FaceTime with him reading or being read to. So thank you for doing this.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you for that feedback. This is the kind of thing that when you've got a really difficult day and we're working with vulnerable humans in difficult situations, it's so wonderful to hear that kind of feedback, because it's like, this is the happy moments. I'm coming out of the pandemic, things have been difficult. We know this, and it's weighed on our hearts, it's weighed on our communities. These are the kind of things that uplift us. And so feedback like that is huge. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I've got the mic, Steve.
Pardon?
Hey, we have a lot of controversy in our politics all the time, and indoctrination of kids is a big part of the political strife these days. Are these generally neutral books that we're giving them, or are we trying to bend the minds of young ones through this program? Tell us that we're not doing that, please.
Not at all. The curriculum and the books themselves have been vetted by early childhood specialists throughout universities nationwide. It started with University of Tennessee, their early childhood education and curriculum department. They are age appropriate for each specific age. A 4-year-old, what they're going to engage in is not necessarily the same that a 2-year-old might, but they are as benign as possible and very representative of what a community looks like as well. So we don't lean politically one way or the other. The Imagination Library doesn't either. This is very much a really just family focused.
It's kind of similar question. 2 children of the same age, do they get the same book?
Unfortunately, they do, because in order for us to purchase them honestly at a cost low enough to be able to provide them, they have to sign agreements with like Price Waterhouse and all of these different publishers. So it's the same book for the same age. It's a different book each month though.
Just to touch on that, Carl, Cooper's first book was The Little Engine That Could, and the second one was Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and the one that he just got is like Grandpa and Jake or something. So unless you have something against grandpas, it's okay.
Oh, yes. So in August, she came for a statewide celebration. She did a private concert. Becky joined us. We had community members from all over the county. Monique from the Sedro Woolley Chamber joined us. We had people from different education institutions, and she put on a concert and she played A Coat of Many Colors, because that has really been such a huge part of her upbringing. Talked about why The Little Engine That Could is the first book. It's her favorite book. And so every child receives that as their first book. And I got to meet Dolly, and she's amazing. She was just absolutely lovely and wonderful. Very, very hands-on. And she just received a $200 million pledge from the Bezos Foundation that she can give to any efforts that she's interested in. And she has committed a significant portion of that to the Imagination Library, because while it's free to families, it's not free to communities. I still have to pay for it, but it costs me $1.10 per book. So for one child to receive books for an entire year, it costs $13.20. You can't go to Walmart and buy 12 books for that at all. And so it's this collective impact and investment that makes it possible to get these out to kiddos.
Does the program include any type of recycling of these books? Because if kids are aging out of them, is there an opportunity for parents to turn them back into the program?
It's just from birth to 5. The reason why it was developed that way is because it's to prepare them for kindergarten or be an investment in their journey into kindergarten. And so they graduate the program at 5. But what we found is as children have graduated and are no longer in need of these books, we're actually recommending families donate them to their little local lending libraries you see in neighborhoods or at different, so you can pay it forward with this book. Maybe a family registered and it was past when they would have got this book that they got at 2, or maybe they have someone that is interested in reading again, or maybe they're just not registered. We want to make sure that no matter what, we're not burdening families with this library if they don't want to hold on to them. So please donate them forward. We found Sprouts in Burlington had some books that were donated. And so they're creating just a little lending library. Like, moms and dads can come in and take whatever books that they want. And we don't care if it goes back into that, or if there's the one at Helping Hands. We don't care if those books end up there. We just want them to make sure that they're in the hands of kiddos and families and that they're able to read them. That's all for questions. These are softballs. You guys are so amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. I would love to sit down if anyone has questions. I've got my business cards. You're welcome to email me, call me at any time. Please check out our website. We are really focusing on unifying the community. It's been a lot for all of our communities and all of us as individuals. And you'll see that there's yellow forms for community feedback survey. We would love your feedback on what you think United Way needs to be focusing on. I'm not United Way, you all are. And so your voice can help us craft that next direction where we're going, as well as give us feedback of, well, honestly, if we're hitting the ball with the wrong end of the bat is really it. And so I would love your thoughts, your guidance, and helping us be able to serve families throughout this county in a more robust way. So no one else has any questions. Thank you so much.
So part of speaking at Sedro Woolley Rotary Club is we like to present you with this world famous Rotary pen. So you can sign up more kids for the Imagination Library with that. So thank you.
I love pens. Thank you.
This is about to be your most favorite pen ever. Okay. Thank you, Mandy. That was great. And yes, like she had said, the books are great. Cooper loves them. I am glad that they send them monthly because then I don't have to read the same book for more than a month usually. Just one on rotation. So that's good. Please don't forget to have Brian in your thoughts and prayers. If you can, please take a moment of your time to, well, many moments to go up and see him. Also, thank you, Jan, for joining us today, and baby Anna. Do we have any other announcements for the good of the order? Okay, I know you've all been waiting for this. Okay, in a Catholic school cafeteria, a nun placed a note in front of a pile of apples. It said, "Take only one. God is watching." Further down the line, there's a plate of cookies, and a little boy made his own note. It said, "Take all you want. God's only watching the apples." Terrible.